And today we're going to talk about building your empire. I have my list of things that I'm going to teach you guys, but she has a few things. You want to get started since...
A dynasty, as I like to call it. And remember, communication is the key to every single relationship, whether it's business, your husband, anything, your kids. Effective communication will literally save not only your marriage, your business, you'll be able to get your message across a lot easier and better to people.
If you're in a place where you're negative in your bank account, you don't have anything, your credit cards are in collections. I was there. I lost it all and I had to start again from scratch because I messed up. I built my credit and I was young. I was like 19, 18, 20, 21, and I built my credit and I had ideas. Oh, I'm gonna start this business. I maxed out my credit cards, I fucked up and I lost it all and I messed up.
It's very hard to succeed in not only maybe a toxic relationship, a person that doesn't have your same goals, that doesn't see your vision, that you're not, working together to get to wherever you're going. And even if you don't work together, it's okay. You're both excelling at whatever it is that you do, and then you come home to like happiness together, and again, it's never perfect. However, you can work hard to try and make it as perfect as possible.
Hey guys, welcome to Driven Couples, and today we're going to talk about building your empire. I have my list of things that I'm going to teach you guys, but she has a few things. You want to get started since...
A dynasty, as I like to call it. Far more than an empire.
Yeah?
That's what I think.
And tell me why.
Because dynasties are better than empires.
What's a dynasty?
Trillionaires. Not even billionaires.
What's a dynasty?
A dynasty is more than an empire.
What is it?
Much more.
What is it? It's like we were talking about a CFO. What's a CFO? Well, tell me about dynasty.
We're not doing that.
No,
anyway.
But when you talk about something, you got to know what it is.
I do know what it is.
What is it?
I don't know the exact definition.
Okay, so she doesn't know what it is. So we'll start off, guys. Like this is how you build an empire. Okay. Number one, my number one key point is you got to be raw, and this is real time. So this is real time where we don't plan for this. We don't edit it. We don't prepare for it. Obviously, we let it flow. I have about 3 bullet points and I write them down just in case I go off topic, but I already have them here. I always prepare like every day. So I don't prepare like practice for it before it. It's just every day the preparation that I put in, it just adds up. But we're so raw. Like I think what helps me the most to build an empire is, and you're included in the point. So just wait your turn. So when the number one thing is being real. So I'm just so real, and sometimes I used to show you my post. Remember, I used to tell you, hey, I'm gonna post this, and she would always tell me, no, you got to change that, you got to change this, you can't say that because you're gonna hurt people's feelings. And she made me change things around, and then that drastically dropped my engagement. People started unfollowing me.
You were barely starting.
So then I said, you know what, I'm not gonna listen to Syl because obviously one of her strengths is not marketing. Like it's not driving and certain things. Like she has really great talents, but they're not driving or marketing their computers, like techie things. So marketing, since it wasn't her expertise, I said I'm just not going to listen to her about that, and I'm just going to do my thing with marketing and be raw and just do whatever I feel like doing. So I started doing whatever I want. And then my engagement just started getting better, and I started getting a bunch of people. People were reaching out to me. I started getting better relationships. People started loving my content, and then that's why people like started following us. And now it's actually more impactful because now we're getting a lot of attention from realtors and loan officers that want to join our company, and we're just taking off and never looking back. We're growing such a blazing speed that it's crazy. It's crazy. And then also not being perfect. So like this is real time. It's live. Like we're not editing this. Even when we post it on YouTube, right, Joe? We don't edit it. You just post it like the whole hour, right? You don't like cut all the parts where like we kind of stutter or say things we shouldn't say. It's just the real stuff. So people like to hear real things, and people like imperfection.
Well, that's what happens when you're yourself and you don't have to fake or lie.
Yeah,
or any
but
of
but
that.
before you say that, like you, on the other hand, I don't know if it's a lady thing, but you always want to be perfect. Like
That's not true.
I like to be myself, and of course I'm not perfect. I mess up a lot of times. Like I'll stutter, I'll say the wrong word, and then Syl, like she's the type that she'll record a video 10 times to get it as perfect as she wants
Which
it.
is not true.
Me, I just do it once, and even if I fuck up on the video, like I'll post it. I'm not gonna edit it because it relates more to people when you're real and you're just posting something, even if it's not perfect, because people relate to imperfection. Babe, you were gonna say something.
No, I wasn't. I'm listening to you.
No, but you were gonna say something about.
Men are just different than women are, right? We pay more attention than guys do. That's why sometimes it's frustrating. And how do you find and keep the right partner, right? And you have to make sure that your husband's a little bit smart. So he was a little bit smart. I was able to polish him up, dress him nicer, help him with his outfits.
It was the other way around, by the way.
Just kidding anyway. He's been on my nerves all morning. But okay, so really finding and keeping the right partner. Super important. I cannot tell you guys enough how many people I see with the wrong person. And I say this because him and myself deal with a lot of people. And you know what? You have to have goals in common. You have to be attracted to one another, obviously, and stay attracted to one another. Him and myself are very
You've been looking better.
honest with each other. We hold each other accountable. And sometimes you need somebody to tell you, hey, you know what? You're getting fat. And then your spouse will either get it together or they'll say, you know what, you're a little fat too. So how about we start working out
You've
together?
definitely been getting it together. Yeah.
So important.
Like even sex feels better.
Ay, mi amor. So important, to be really, really honest with one another, and finding the right partner isn't always easy. I kind of want to say let things flow. And if there's something that's a non-negotiable in a person, something that you hate, you can't deal with, that you're not okay with, you have to let that person go, because chances are that you making it work with that person and being able to build something great, it's not going to happen, because you very much have to be on the same level, on the same page, and you have to grow together. Him and I have grown together, whether it's helping one another, being real with one another, reading the same books, going to the same seminars. We are on the same page. And of course, we don't always agree. I'm not by any means saying that we're perfect. However, we make sure that we are on the same page about things. And if there's a disagreement, we have to talk about it, figure out what decision we're going to go with, whether it's our business, our kids, everything in life. Because to get to a very high place in life, a very successful place, it takes a lot, and life isn't always easy. There's times when things come out of nowhere, they hit you from the blue, and you need a good spouse, that's gonna support you, back you up, sometimes give you those words of encouragement that you need. I don't know if it's just my man, but not every guy is good at that. So you have to understand your partner very much so. Him and I know each other like way too good. It's weird. It's kind of annoying sometimes.
I was talking to Alpha Slice, to Mohammed. So he said that you and me, because I told him me and you would like argue every day. And
We
then
don't argue, it's
you
not
always say we don't
arguing.
argue, but yeah, we like
That isn't arguing.
we misunderstand each other every day.
We don't agree with certain things.
We don't
and
agree
that's
with
life.
each other every day.
Yes.
Yeah, and all day long, not just
Yeah.
once. Like
Yeah, he's a little bit crazy,
like
that's why.
at least we have 10 arguments a day, every day.
That's not true.
From the moment we wake up till the moment.
Disagreements
Well-
with certain things, because we work together.
Yeah, guys, so
live
we have
together,
we
have
fight,
kids
we have
together.
arguments every day, like 10 times a day. So I was telling Mohammed that, and he was telling me, yeah, but you know what? It's different. It's different from what other arguments couples have. Like they argue because they don't have enough money. They argue because somebody's cheating. They argue because somebody's fat. I don't know. Me and you don't argue about that. Like I just tell you, hey, you get it together. You're a little bit fatty, and then you get it together. You've been doing a great job, by the way. You haven't drank alcohol like in 2 weeks.
3 weeks this week.
Like your waist just feels way better, when I'm grabbing you like that.
He's not even kidding.
But he says that me and you argue about like
Business.
competitiveness.
Yeah.
So like you're always pushing me to get better, and I'm always pushing you to get better. And that's why we always push each other, because we're always bouncing from project to project to project. Like right now, I seriously have to like have everything ready, eat, and jam. So I'm really excited about the meals you're gonna make me,
I'm
so I
not
could
making
stay
the meals today,
in shape and eat good. But I have like everything's like that, and then we already have tomorrow like that, and then Saturday like that, and then every day we have so much to do, and then we push each other to do even more, and it just happens more and more and more. That's why next year we're gonna have $1 billion valuation. The company's gonna be worth $1 billion in less than 12 months. And Driven this year is going to be a big part of that. That's why you guys see that we have all these speakers that we're lining up, and we're adding more, and we have a lot of surprises. If you guys haven't gotten your tickets, make sure you reach out. Just send me a DM. Today I'm in a good mood, guys. I just got a new watch, Mexico Richard Mille. It's one of 30 ever made. There's only 30 in the world. You know, this is like a half $1,000,000 watch, and I'm really pumped up. I was gonna wear the Mexico jersey, but it's not clean.
Where is it at?
It's not dirty. It's dirty. So I'm in a really good mood today. So I'm gonna give you guys a deal today on your Driven tickets. So if you're interested, we're almost out of a few tickets, the higher level ones. So if you guys want to get a deal on those tickets, send me a DM. Just send me a DM and I'll take care of you personally. And I'm just in a good mood. Like this watch, isn't it beautiful?
It is.
It's the Mexico Richard Mille.
It's beautiful.
And this is number 8 out of 30 ever made.
You're Mexican?
I'm Mexican, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Like maybe she barely found out, but I'm Mexican, and I love Latinas. Like I'm not into like gringas, chinas. I like Mexicans, yeah. And Puerto Ricans
likes girls
and
with
Colombians.
little waists, big boobs, big butts.
I like black girls.
He doesn't care about nails. He doesn't care about.
I like girls that are curvy and like fit. You know, like I don't like the big curvy ones.
He doesn't ask for much at all.
Like I like obviously their teeth has to be nice and white. You ever had like somebody with yellow teeth? Yeah, but we're not talking about that. So guys, getting back to the topic, you have to have a story. You have to have a story to build an empire.
Yeah.
Okay, let's maybe
or
call
it
it
a good movement.
Yeah. So a dynasty. Syl doesn't know what a dynasty means, but let's just stay to the topic with empire. So if you want to build, let's just call it $1 billion company, okay? If you want to grow $1 billion brand, how do you do it? You have to have a story. Because if somebody, let's say Steph, okay? Let's say Steph later down the road when we're trillionaires, we're just like, hey, for fun, Steph, here's $1 billion. Here, take it. Just you and Freddie just take it and here. And then she's a billionaire.
What about Joanna?
And I'm using her as an example. And then she starts Instagram account and she tells people I'm a billionaire, and Albert just gave it to me. He was just nice, and you know he's a trillionaire. He just gave me $1 billion. Nobody's gonna follow her because she doesn't have a story.
She already has a follower.
She didn't create anything. She just got $1 billion like that. So she's not gonna have that story, and because she was given that. So that's not gonna work. So what you have to do is like if I was Steph, I would tell Albert, like, don't give me the $1 billion, please. I want to earn it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna earn it, and it's gonna take years. I'm gonna build it, and she's gonna create something from zero.
Grow it.
And then people are gonna follow you. So that's what I did. I have a story. Now, there's not a lot of Mexicans in their 30s that have what we do. There's not a lot of Mexicans in their 30s that are gonna be billionaires. You know that. So that's a story, and that's why to me this watch made perfect sense, because I saw this watch. And I said, wait a minute, this is a Richard, an RM, and it's the Mexico edition, 1 out of 30. So this matches my story, like it blends in. So now I have this story, and today, like I'm gonna tell Oscar, like Oscar de la Hoya, I'm gonna tell him, hey, check out my watch. Send him a picture of Mexico. It's only 1 of 30. You don't have one, and people are gonna, people want this. So that's part of your story. If you don't have a story, it's gonna be hard. Kim Kardashian has her story. It started with a porn video, but to talk about your story.
It started with Paris Hilton.
No, it started with the porn video.
Okay.
Like, okay, so if just because Oscar de la Hoya is my friend, does that mean I'm gonna be successful? No, I just know him.
Well, she got a little bit of spotlight because of her. Otherwise, nobody would have known.
We'll become a billionaire next.
And it would have been just like any
We'll
random
become a billionaire
porn
in a month if we do a porn video.
Let's do it.
What do you guys think? Put it on YouTube or just leak it accidentally.
Nobody at work can watch it.
Get that 4-pack, we'll do a porn video.
Stupid. You get a fucking 4-pack. Anyway.
second point that you're gonna make before we start answering questions, so that we could give them $100. Anybody that has a good question regarding the topic, how to build an empire.
But finding and keeping the right partner is obviously key, right?
But that's one of my points. Do you have another
But
one?
that's the number one key.
That's not the number one key.
So-
Because if you're stupid and you find the best partner, they're gonna leave you because you're stupid. You both have to be powerful.
Yeah.
So like if you're not powerful, don't focus on getting a Syl, because you're not gonna find one. She's gonna leave you because you're stupid. What you gotta do is you gotta start working and improving. You gotta start going to seminars, getting a mentor, investing into reading books and your time using it to get better. That way when you attract a Syl,
You can keep her.
you could keep her, yeah. Because like Syl, like let's say I was stupid, you could go out with me and then we have sex and everything. You're gonna love me, right? You'll be with me for like 30 days, just mad sex because it's so good. But then once you find out how stupid I am, you're gonna leave me because sex is not gonna take care of everything.
I would find out with the first hour of speaking.
Because
to you.
Yes. if you're wealthy, billionaire, smart, and you want just great sex, you could just keep buying girls. Hey, let's go on this $2,000 date. You sleep with her, then you sleep with her, then you sleep with her, and money buys girls. There's a lot of girls out there that are for sale.
I know.
Just like there's the gigolos, yeah, that are for sale for the what are they? The MILFs?
The girls, yeah.
The MILFs.
Cougars,
yeah, the cougars. So like you could buy sex, great sex.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were talking about something else.
Nothing, just that's very important because that's the last person that, you sleep with. It's the first person you speak to. It's the person that can literally ruin your day by just not being the right partner, right? Because in life you do need to know that you guys have each other's back, that you are for one another, that you're here to help each other with whatever whatever that looks like, Everybody has different stories, different lives. So I would say your partner is extremely important. It's very hard to succeed in not only maybe a toxic relationship, a person that doesn't have your same goals, that doesn't see your vision, that you're not working together to get to wherever you're going. And even if you don't work together, it's okay. You're both excelling at whatever it is that you do. And then you come home to like happiness together, and again, it's never perfect. However, you can work hard to try and make it as perfect as possible,
But I'll tell you what, like ever since you started getting into better shape, like the last 2 weeks have made a big difference.
Yeah.
Like I want to have sex.
Week 9.
I want to have sex more often. No, yeah, I mean it's true. Like if you're watching this and you think Albert's an asshole, Albert's this.
I agree with
It's
him.
the truth. Like if you have a wife that you marry and she's hot when you met her, you were attracted to her when she was hot. Now if you're attracted to fat girls, that's different. Maybe that's how you met. Then keep it that way.
Yeah.
Because maybe she loses weight or he loses weight and then you're not attracted anymore. But when you meet your partner and they're hot as fuck, just like you, and then later she gets fat or he gets fat, then obviously you're not gonna want him or you're not gonna want her. No se te va a antojar. So like it's the way it is. Like if you don't like me because of that, it's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I turn into
you
this,
still love me.
If I mean yeah, but not sex. But if your girl is hot,
This guy acts like if I was
you're gonna
super
want to have
fat.
sex in the mornings. You're gonna want to have sex in the nights. Sneak out a few times. Sometimes in the bathroom, in the plane.
We get it, Albert.
Yeah,
we get
so
it. Okay.
it's gonna you have to be like tasty, like para que se te antoje. So like that's a must if you want to keep your girl and you want to keep, because if you don't keep sex,
And it goes both ways, ladies.
yeah, I'm saying this.
If your man has a little bit of a beer
That's what I was
belly,
saying. So
you
like,
let
so if
them
I
know.
become a billionaire
You can't have
in
a
6
beer
months, and then I just decide, you know what, I'm just gonna go have beers with my buddies, and
That would never happen.
I'm gonna start just having beers, champagne, and going on the boat, and then I start getting like really fat, like panzón. And then I started just being careless, and then my teeth start getting yellow. I don't brush my teeth that often. I let my hair grow, and it's like all like a mess.
That would never happen, but I would leave you.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I'm saying it goes both ways.
Yeah.
But when I'm working out 2 hours a day minimum, like I expect my girl to be working out 2 days minimum, 2 hours a day minimum. When I'm doing my cardio, I expect my girl to be doing her cardio.
Yeah.
Because if you could lift weights, but if you don't do cardio, that's the way you kind of stay fit, like thin. But if you do weights and you don't do cardio, and then you don't eat that great, it's gonna make you look even more chunky, right?
Yep.
Because you're gonna be muscle fat.
Point number 2.
Now, forget about the points. To find the girl that's gonna be the best, before we go into the question, to find the girl that's gonna be the girl. This is a tip for guys, okay? So she'll give you the tip for guys. She's probably gonna tell you how to find an Albert, but to find like the girl, I mean, sex, I already talked about it enough, right? She has to be good in sex. Because I've been with girls that are like, porn stars and things like that. And they're not not porn stars, like girls that look like porn stars, but they don't have sex like porn stars. They're just, they just lay there and do nothing. Like,
Oh, okay, Albert.
like, and there's some girls that were
Don't
not
make that face ever again, please.
there's girls that are not the cutest and they know how to like get down.
Oh, okay.
So like sex has to be good, and also the girl has to be open to try new experiences. And what?
You're giving away all of our secrets. Shut
So
up.
you gotta be open to try new things and get creative. You always have to be creative. That's one thing about me. I'm very creative with everything that I do. You gotta stay creative and try different things. So sex has to be really important. Now, number 2, she has to be into the stuff you're into.
Yeah.
And 3 important things are working out. If she doesn't want to work out with you, it's not gonna work. Because when a girl's young, she's naturally fit and sexy and hot because she's 19, 20, 21. But when you start getting 22, 25, 28, things start to change, especially if you don't work out and you don't eat healthy. When you're 19, 20, 21, you don't need to eat healthy, you don't need to work out, you're hot. Look at all these celebrities that were like super gorgeous, hot, and now they're like kind of, se inflaron. They kind of blew up. And it's just because they keep doing what they're doing and they're not 19, 20, 21. So you have to work out to live and still be attractive. Good example, Bobby Castro and Sofia Castro.
Yeah.
I think they're 50, in their 52s, 53s, and they look younger compared to all the other 52, 53-year-olds. They still work out together. They stay in shape. They're attracted to each other, and they take care of themselves. They eat healthy. They take all their vitamins. They do a lot of crazy things to stay looking. That's why they look so young. So if you don't do that, you're not going to last. They've been together 30 years. So number 2, they have to be into being workaholics. When I met Syl, she was the first girl that aligned to all these things. Now, a lot of girls, I would go out with them and I would tell them, hey, you know what? I'm going to be stuck in the office late. I got to do all this paperwork. I got to make all these calls, and I'm going to be there till like about 10. Why don't you come with me, join me like around 7-ish, and you'll help me work. And then from there on, we'll go out, when I'm done, and we'll go have fun. And they used to tell me, no, you know what? Just pick me up when you're done. Syl was like, you know what? Yeah, I want to go help you. She would go work out, go help me with work. She would meet me at 5 a.m. To go to the gym. And then it's crazy because sometimes I would tell her, go help me, go meet me at 5 a.m., go pick me up to go to the gym. And she would show up there at 5 a.m. and I was still hungover, sleeping.
And I would wait outside in the car for him. How rude is that?
And things like that happen.
But I was always there.
But she was always there. And then the third one is self-improvement workshops, like seminars. So every girl that I would tell, hey, come with me to this seminar. I'm going to go to the seminar to become a better loan officer. I'm going to go to this seminar because I want to learn, I need motivation right now. I'm feeling a little bit down. And this guy pumps you up. Tony Robbins, he was my guy. And then, you know what? I want to go learn marketing. So I would go to all these seminars, and all the girls, they weren't interested in the seminars. So I would tell them, hey, let's go to the seminar this weekend. And it's gonna be fun. And yeah, they would be like, yeah, cool. Let's go to Palm Desert. We'll go to Palm Desert or wherever I went. And then they would wait in the hotel, and then it was time to go to the seminar. And then, hey, let's go to the seminar. Yeah. No, I'll wait for you here. I'm gonna get some breakfast. I'm gonna wake up at 10 in the morning. I'm gonna eat and get ready and beautiful. And Syl was like, let's roll. It's 8 in the morning. Let's roll. And she would go with me to the workshop inside, to the seminar, and then she would learn with me. So she would continue to learn, continue to get in shape and all that stuff. And that's very important, to find the right partner, because she's gonna be good in business, smart. She's gonna be in shape, sexy, good in sex, And then she's also going to be, what's the other one? She's also going to be in the mood to work with you and maybe do some kind of business venture together. What do you? How do you find a guy like me?
Well, that's part of obviously meeting someone that your goals align, right? Because if you're into completely different things, how long
And
would
one quick thing.
sex last?
It's
It's
one
not.
quick
You
thing.
get tired
You're
of
not
it.
gonna find like her like your first shot. It took me like about 1,000 tries to find a Syl. So it's gonna take you a lot of, quite a few years and a lot of tries. But then once you find her, then you don't let her go.
So as far as yes, Steph? Oh, as far as what I can add to finding the right partner, again, very, 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 very important to get along good. Because me personally, I believe that you have to be very good friends before anything, meaning you get along with each other. You know, when you're dating someone and everything is fun and exciting, and you ever since I met him, we literally have been inseparable. And I have proof because I'm that person that takes 100 pictures. Even before iPhones, before the digital cameras with the SIM cards, I used to have those Polaroids with me all the time. So ever since I met him, it's funny because I would tell my friends, oh my God, when I finally went on a date with him, I was like, he's just like me, but he's a guy, literally. And also he didn't dress the best, so, but that's easy. You just fix that. But he was super cool, easygoing, like down for anything, kind of like how he says I am. Because him and I are very, very, very much alike, and I've always been interested in how do I get better? How do I learn something new? Because that was not part of the world as it is now. Back in the day, it wasn't like entrepreneurs and YouTube and Google and this and that. Right now, information is so available. Before it wasn't. When I met him, he gave me a book. Was it Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah.
He gave me Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is crazy, right? And I'm like, oh my God, like I would read things in there and I'm like, this is so interesting. I've always, always, always wanted to have a lot of money and be successful, like, the novela show with maids, and you don't have to do much. You just look pretty and you walk around, which is not the way it goes. But anyway, at least that's what I thought it was, So for me, it was very important to not only, because he was fat when I met him. So it's not like he was like super hot at all. We just were very much alike as far as personality goes, and we got along super, super good. And he's like, oh, let's work out. I'm like, let's go, because all I knew how to do was like those magazine workouts. And I actually didn't go to the gym when I met him because I was like 21, I think. I didn't have a gym membership or anything until I met him. He actually taught me how to lift weights. So I was like excited. I'm like, all I know how to do is run and, squats and all those weird workouts for girls. But anyway, so we had a lot of the same interests. And once I told him, hey, I want to sell homes, he was like, oh, let me introduce you to one of my realtors. And then it just was history from there. It was always work, 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 work. Because for me, work comes before anything. Making money for me has always came before anything. And I know that's like a hard trait to find because, I had a best friend at the time when I was younger. I worked in restaurants and bartending. She would find every excuse not to go to work. I'm like, dude, you're going to get fired. You're going to get fired. Like we would go do the same things at night, go out sometimes, hang out, stay up late, stay up all night, sneak out to each other's houses. And she always called out sick every chance she got. And I'm like, dude, you should be here. Like, I literally referred you. Like, you're going to get my ass in trouble. We've even been fired together because we got hired together, which is terrible. However, again, for me, work has always been my number one priority. And him and I just aligned in that sense because he would do the loans and I would do the real estate. And we were always together, working together, taking care of our clients together. And I would do actually a lot of his job functions because customer service comes very easy to me. Follow up, getting back to people when you say you are, kind of following that process, which is not really one of his strengths, but he still did a pretty good job. And I think together we just did a great job. But anyway, then he got really cute and now he's hot. And yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just getting along with one another, being okay. If there's something we don't agree on, finding that resolution so we can either meet halfway or it's going to be my way or it's going to be his way, but we're in agreement so that there is no other arguments in the future about this decision. So
Fix the little cable.
what little cable? This one?
Like to go behind you because it's moving a lot.
Okay.
But like, I mean, there's a few things that were incorrect. But I'll just clear one really quick. First of all, like I was pretty darn hot. before. When you met me, you were like,
I'll show you guys.
you were
I'll
like
post a
all in
picture.
love with me. Like you used to massage me for an hour and a
Because you
half
were
on top of
cool.
me.
You were fun.
Then
You still are fun.
you wouldn't stop having sex with me. You would get to my house like you would every night after going out. You would come straight to my house because you wanted me. So like I was pretty and I used to get a lot of girls back then.
I used
And
to
I
get
had
a
my
lot of
I
guys
used I
back
used to get
then.
my yeah, but you're saying that I was fat and ugly.
You were
I
fat.
used to have like my spiky hair, and I actually used to tell girls that I was Oscar de la Hoya, and they believed me because I kind of resembled him a little bit.
You were
And
fat.
the only thing is that like when you met me, that was just a bad picture. Like I used to drink every day from Monday
Through Sunday.
through actually
Through Saturday.
yeah, Monday through every day I would go out. Sunday was kind of like the recovery day. So Monday through actually Tuesday through Sunday I would go out because there was a Sunday spot. So I was drinking every day. I still worked out, but I was drinking every day. You know, that's when I was doing cocaine, and I was just like a party animal. So I gained some like
Fat.
you know I got fat, yeah, a little bit, but I was still Albert. Like it was not because you were all into me more than you are today. So
Well, we're busy
that's the only thing I
now.
need to clear out. But you didn't tell people how to get what to look in the guy though.
Yes, I did.
But let's go with the first question, Steph. Maybe they'll ask us something different.
First question is from NATO.
NATO, like Nada, but NATO.
NATO from your coaching, Nato.
Oh, Nato. Why do you call him NATO?
Because his full name. Unmute.
Unmute. NATO.
Nato.
His name is Nato, not NATO.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, how
What's
are
up?
you?
What's going on? So my question, I put it in the chat, but my question is, what kind of things do you guys do together to make sure that your visions are aligned?
Well, aside from working together before in the past, what we would do is I would literally tag along to every single seminar that he went to because I personally love to learn new things. You know, I like to know everything because you never know when you're going to use a piece of information. Regardless of the industry you're in, you never know where you're going to end up, right? Or in front of who, or, you know, let's say you're in a conversation and you happen to know a piece of information, then you can put your 2 cents. So for me and him, it's been not only because now we have a couple businesses together, but in the past it was working out together, eating healthy together. We kind of hold each other accountable. I don't know if that makes sense. Like sometimes he feels like being bad. I'm like, no, dude, we're not doing it. So even like right now, the only reason, I'll be honest with you guys, that I said, you know what, I'm gonna take a break from drinking is because him and I are so much alike that we'll be like, let's go to the Ivy. We'll just have dinner, no drinks. But the Ivy happens to have these gimlets that are like amazing. They taste so delicious and we both love them. And we get one and then we get another one. And that's like, I don't know what they put in them, but we love to be happy and have fun because we work so hard. So I decided, because I know I can hold the ship down no matter what, right? He's amazing at a few things like getting our speakers, and then I handle the rest with our team. So for me, it was like, I need that extra, like all weekend last week we were working. I need that extra day or 2 or hours, you know, because drinking, let's be honest, even if you have 2 glasses of wine, the next day you don't feel 100%, period. Anybody can say what they want. It's a fact. If you have 2 drinks, you are not sharp in the morning. You're not 100%. Him and I, we still go all in. Do we feel 100%? Hell no. Do we still show up? Absolutely. Do we do everything we had to do? We sure do. You know, so for me, it was more like, okay, I need to be the best version of myself. I need to lose like 15 pounds. So I'm 10 pounds down, which is amazing. And not because of him, because I'm a strong believer that you have to make yourself happy. You know, a lot of people look for happiness in another person, and that's the wrong way to look at things. Because if you can't make yourself happy, how are you gonna not only expect somebody else to make you happy, but how are you gonna be happy together? Right? It just doesn't work like that. So for me, it's very important that I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, like, who's that? You know, not like, shit, I'm a little fat or like whatever. Like, it's good for anybody. And again, looking good, confidence, everything is just better, you know? So I decided and it's honestly just a break with no, expiration. It's whenever I feel like it, when my better judgment says, hey, I'm gonna have a glass of wine, whatever. The issue is we don't have a glass of wine because I don't like wine. I love champagne and it's all sugar. So, him and I, we've always just done everything together. It's kind of weird. I'm surprised we're still married, actually.
No, but one thing that we do that's very important is we have
Our date nights.
we have like a date night. Yeah, where we're just like, hey, let's go have a relationship improvement dinner, and then we just take off. But it's only me and her.
Yeah.
So it's not a double date. It's not a dinner with the kids, with the girls. It's not a dinner with anybody. It's just me and her.
Yeah.
So what we do is like we go there and we talk about everything that we don't like about each other.
Basically, or anything that's bothering you.
And,
it's a reality.
And then we agree, and I think that's good because she gets it off her chest and I get it off my chest, and then we have drinks,
Move on.
and then before it used to be we just go straight home and just bang, But now we have the girls, the nanny, our housekeeper, our dog. So now we can just go home and bang. Because I don't know about you guys, but or you, Nato, but I love to have sex when I'm drunk.
Oh, okay.
Like it feels good. Syl doesn't like it because I could go even
forever.
a little.
I'm like, okay, get off me. We're done.
So
off.
So like she kind of like wears out, and I'm just there like kind of like like, dude, what?
He's like, I'm not done. I'm like, get the fuck off me.
So yeah, but that's a different topic.
Later,
So now we're trying to figure that out. That's something that we're still working on, but we need to figure out like what do we do? Maybe we'll get a second home or a condo that we could go there, and then
our kids,
and then
like
come
even
back.
our dog. The other day, I was like, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god.
Like we have our nanny, our housekeeper, our two little girls. They're really smart, so they know when we get here. Especially, it doesn't help when you drive up in the Ferrari or the other Ferrari, or they make a lot of noise, and then even the Rolls that's quiet, they know that we're here.
Home.
And so that's the only thing that's kind of fucked up about the whole the relationship improvement dinner. But relationship improvement dinner is definitely like really good. We recommend it. Try every week. Just go with your significant other and talk about your goals so that you could align your goals, and you could be like a lot of those times are like, hey, Syl, you know what? You're good at this. She said I'm good at getting the speakers. It's not
building relationships.
It's not. I'm great at building relationships. I'm gonna be with Billie Jean and Les Brown later today. So I kind of have I'm like in a rush right now, but I'm not good at getting speakers. I have a huge vision, so I know exactly who I need. And I know that I'll do whatever it takes to get the speakers.
Yeah.
Before I didn't have the resources to get the speakers. Now I do. I could pay anything. I could get anybody. I have I could buy anything I want. But it's not about that. Like I have the vision of we need this speaker for this speaker for this speaker for this. Everything that I want, I get. That's what I'm good at. I have great people skills. I'm good at building relationships. That's one of the things that Brad told me about, the relationships, and then just the vision, the ideas, all of those things. I'm good at that. Sales, like I sell out the stadium, but I don't know what to do after that. She is great at organizing, planning, managing, directing. She's great at that. Details. I'm not good at details. I just know I gotta go in and out, and that's it. She's good at details. We gotta try this, try that. But yeah, brother.
And also, so I was telling Albert the other day because we were talking, and he's like, "Damn, like you look good." I'm like, "Stop touching me! Like it's so unk." Like every 2 minutes, like literally on Sunday, and I was like, "Okay, I'll like thank you, babe. Like thanks." But I was telling him, I'm like, "Damn, like I wonder because." Like him and I have a very fast-paced life. It's crazy. Like every minute, every hour, it's just like bam, bam, bam. From the minute we get up till we go to bed. And literally like he loves my cooking and I hate cooking.
You're good.
But I love him. So I'll do that for him, even though I dislike it so much. It's a lot more fun when I'm having a few drinks, But so I make him food and like I was telling him, I'm like, damn, I wonder how many people kind of fall out of love, you know, which I think that it takes two for that to happen. It's a lack of communication because life isn't always easy, you know, but you have to be able to tell your spouse, like, hey, like, it's funny because he would give me hints, like, hey, you know, don't forget to work out today. I'm like, okay, like, you know, but I'm like crazy where I'm like, I have to get to the office. I have to get to the office. You know, right now we've just added two new people to the team.
And I told you, I'd rather go out of business
3 new people
and be
to the team.
homeless
3.
and have a hot girl there to have sex under the freeway. Like I'd rather be that than to be a billionaire and have a.
So I told him, imagine how many people, you know, it could have been prevented even by saying, like, now we don't really have the luxury of working out together as often as we'd like. However, I told him, like, maybe Saturdays, Sundays, like, we have to start getting a head start to our Monday, right? So I told him, imagine how many people literally fall out of love, or how many guys want to tell their girl, like, hey, you know, you're a little overweight. Like, this isn't the person that I married, kids or not. Because a lot of women, I feel, use that as an excuse. I'm like, dude, your kid is 3. Like, you have more than enough time to get your body close, because it's never the same. You know, I've had 2 kids and I can attest to that. However, we can make a better effort and not be like, oh, because of fluid, like the gyms are closed. Okay, yeah, you can eat better. You know, again, it's not falling into those ruts and taking care of, you know, the vehicle that we have. And that looks different for everybody. You know, same with a guy. Like, I told him, well, you're not so skinny yourself. Like, so don't be telling me what I got to do. I know what I have to do. But again, if I wouldn't have had him, like, kind of messing with me every day or every other day, who knows? Maybe I wouldn't have said, you know, let me get my ass back to working out, because I love working out. You know, now I have girls from the company meeting me every Tuesday and Thursday.
That was the best idea you had.
And Monday through Friday, I have another girl from the company who happens to be my sister, who comes. And you know what? Sometimes I'm like, fuck, I hope they don't come. Like, I was sick last week. I felt like shit. I still worked out every day, but I felt like shit. And I'm like, fuck. It was like 6:15. I'm like, please let her be late. Please. 6:30, bam. And I'm like, fuck, okay, I gotta get up. And guess what? After 30 minutes, like, I felt good. I was all in again. And it's that accountability that sometimes we allow ourselves to be lazy. We know what we have to do. However, we use the excuses. We're like, whatever, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. And then tomorrow comes over and over and over again. And then you're in a place where it's like, shit, like, I'm super overweight, you know? And to me, I think, like, you know, even having that accountability partner, because him and I used to be that for each other. And after Italia, I never, ever felt like for women, it's hard to find, I don't want to say balance, because we kind of just do everything, to find that routine again. It's extremely hard because there's nannies involved, people running late, different things like that. So again, it's different for women. So we have to hold ourselves accountable and you know, be happy with yourself, confident.
And one key thing before we go to the next question, exercise and eating healthy is super important.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I'm gonna be, I have maybe a same day trip, so I gotta be in San Diego, and I gotta be right back. So I know that I might not eat the healthiest, especially now that she got mad at me and she's not gonna make me my meals. I know I'm gonna maybe have to go to like Hooters and get like some chicken wings or something.
Hooters.
So I know that I have to work out. So I put in a workout Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, and I've been eating super, super healthy. I know when I travel, like, because I always travel like 1-2 days, no more than that, and I'm back because I'm just super busy and super efficient.
Yeah.
So I know that it's gonna be. I'm probably not gonna have a workout. I'm probably not gonna eat as healthy as I want when I'm out. So I know I gotta make up for that. So when you work out and when you eat healthy, it gives you more energy to build that empire. Every successful person that I know, I'll name you 3 people right now. Ed Milet. Does that guy work out?
Yes.
Andy Frisilla.
Yes.
Does that guy work out? So there's a lot, like all the women that are, we have this woman that I'm not gonna give her name. She works out.
Yeah.
She's a billionaire. She sold a company for $1 billion. So all these people that create these huge companies, they work out. Yeah, you're going to tell me, oh, but I know this person that's really out of shape and they're about to die, they're about to get a stroke, they're really big. Yeah, there's gonna be exceptions. Just like when you see like, the ugliest dude with the hottest girl or vice versa, and they fall in love because they both like their hearts. But there's exceptions. I'm not saying that it's all 100% like I say it. You're gonna get that 1% that's gonna be different.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if and speaking from my experience, if you want to be happy, successful, wealthy, energized, then you want to work out hard. You want to eat healthy hard. You want to work hard. You want to have sex hard. You want to party hard. You want to have hard watches, hard cars, hard house, that stuff, because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Steph, what's the next question?
Yeah, that was a good
Next question is
clip.
from Jeff.
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey, do you know what Jeff this is?
Yes.
It's Jeff the Entrepreneur. What's up, guys? Man, I missed you. I haven't been on one of these. Have you not done these in a while?
We kind of have, but we've been crazy. It's been an insane.
Well, no, it's great. This is the best show ever, literally. I get so much joy and clarity. So my question is, and I'm actually out getting a salad right now here too, so I'm with you on there.
Nice.
And I'm failing on 75 hard every day. I'm going to be on it, and I'm going to break it when I'm at Driven, which is going to be the best event ever, man. Literally, the lineup you got, Albert, with the relationships, me and you. I feel like, dude, I connect with you so much. You helped me out so much, guys.
Bro, I'm just getting started. Wait till you see the next surprises that I have.
I know you are, dude. I'm just so proud that I know you at the level I do, dude. I'm very blessed to know both of you. So, and here's the thing. A girl just called me, didn't call me hot. She called me cute, right, Albert? And I was like, okay, I'm going to get like Albert hot. So that way I have a Syl one day and I'm doing a show like this. This is what's going to happen. And she's calling me hot one day, like that. But anyway, my question is, how do you go?
Dude, when they don't call you hot,
right?
when you guys are naked in bed, they say like some words I can't say on this show, but that's when you know.
Albert, let him ask his question, please. What was your question? Sorry.
My question is, how do you go from getting attention, because Albert, you're great at getting attention, phenomenal, right, to being respected? So being respected as an empire builder, right? You got a lot of attention as it. Where was the point you switched from the attention to then the respected?
Well, I've never switched or got away from attention. I get attention like every day on my stories. Some days, like I'm like you and like everybody else. Like some days I don't feel good. Some days I feel better. Some days I feel like shit. So some days I just don't feel like putting out content. I feel like, you know what, I don't want to do it. I don't want to put out content today. Doesn't happen that often, because even if I don't feel like it, I do it.
Yeah.
But just sometimes I don't feel like calling out haters and calling them pendejos, chupen mi verga, and things like that. But sometimes I do. So when I do, I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. I just feel like it. Like it makes me happy to tell a hater, chupa mi verga, pinche pendejo, pendejín. But I'm sure you understand that. But yeah. like when I tell people suck my dick, you fucking, like when I start saying those things in Spanish, like I feel like doing it and it makes me happy and it's my freedom of speech and I feel like doing that and it gives me energy and I like it. I have fun making fun of the haters. Like I have a lot of fun doing that. Like I enjoy it. So people don't like it and they tell me, you're this, and they call me names on DMs and they make fake accounts and they report me, whatever. And guess what? When I try to be perfect and not insult anybody and not hurt anybody's feelings, I still had people that were reaching out and telling me, you're a fucking disgrace, you're this, I hate you, and from fake accounts. So that's never gonna change. Like when I get my jet, this year, Gulfstream, people are gonna talk shit. When I got my first Ferrari, people talk shit. They said, oh, you're leasing it, you can't afford it. When I got my first Richard, they were saying it's fake. I'm going to make a post later on and I'm going to put all the papers and everything and they're still going to talk shit. So no matter what, they're always going to talk shit. So like you can't get away from that because it works. You've seen it with me. You got to get attention no matter what. I get attention being me. Like I'm never going to change being me for anybody. That's why Syl, I never tell her what I'm going to post because she'll tell me don't post that. I post it anyways. My mom, she always tells me don't post that. I post it. oh, Albert, stop posting that. Don't talk about the haters. Talk about be nice like this person that he's always politically correct and so nice. Look, he talks about helping and helping and helping. I'm like, Mom, I'm not him. I'm not broke like him. I'm Albert. And I'm gonna be me. So that never changes. You always gotta do that. And then that's just me though. And you're kind of like me. You like to be raw, and I don't think you care about what people think about you. You just want to be you.
I love you, brother, you know?
Yeah. So that when you start getting respected is when you get the results.
Yeah.
So when you start, you got to get attention, then you get the results. Why do you think all these guys are my buddies? Like Andy Frisella, Ed Milet, Tim Grover, Brad. These people are all my friends.
Yeah.
So Rob, Luna, everybody's. There's like two people there that are not like friends. I just know them. But other than that, all of these guys are my buddies. They're my friends. Oscar de la Hoya is my friend. Yeah. So when you start getting those results, then you start getting the respect. Oscar de la Hoya, dude. If you knew what he's about to do right now, he's about to make a lot of wealth, he's working on something. And we were talking about that. He sends me pictures of his he sends me pictures of all the stuff. I send him pictures back, and we're like, but
they're having a bromance right now.
And he's that guy's connected like you have no idea. So you got to get the results. So right now you're on your way, but remember that it takes years, man. It took us decades to build this. So
yeah.
So don't get off that momentum, and just keep fighting, and the fighters always win.
I'm going to be super VIP there. Next year is the goal to be CAO. I don't want to pretend I'm more than I'm not. Definitely be in lunch. You guys will see me there with everything. It's funny, Albert, because I relate to your story so much. I have my 4 unit. I was thinking about selling it and hosting my own event, right? And I'm going to host my own event anyway. It's going to happen because I was able to build up relationships, and people in my little entourage group want to see an event. So I was like, all right, we're going to do it. I've been really asked and very blessed to be where I'm at right now. And the biggest thing too is I don't ever want to be like people get mad at me for like name dropping, right? Because I'm connected with only power players, right? You did this. This is what you did to get us excited, right? Oh, sit in the best seats, be around the best people, and be intentional on how we can help, right? So I have so much love for you. A testimony, I was on a podcast. This kid said to me, I always ask people, do you know Albert Preciado? No, he has a great heart, man. He has a great heart. You got to come to the Driven event. It's a life-changing event. I'm seriously. So the kid Zach, I was on his podcast, it's on my Instagram. He goes, I go, who do you follow? Bradley. I said, okay, cool. He goes, Albert. And I go, oh, what do you think of Albert? He was like, dude, that dude. He goes, I love how he really is and everything. I was like, boom. So dude, I'm building up attention. I don't even have the Ferrari yet, man. It's coming though, man. So all credit to you, brother. So might have to get an Alpha Slice Lambo, but we'll figure it out. But really, just by helping other people and building up a solid business is how you do it. Which I'm in that same. I'm like you 4 years ago, where you were stuck, where I was just winging it. I'm finally getting everything together, thanks to Ed Milet and working with him and everything. So I can't wait.
Nice.
That's awesome, brother. I'm cheering for you, man.
Good. I'm cheering for me too, man. All right, I'll see you at my salads here.
Cute.
Steph, last question.
Last question is from Ingrid.
Ingrid.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes we can.
Hi.
How are you?
Camera, please.
Hold on, let me turn this off.
We want to see your beautiful face.
My question is, how do you start building an empire? I mean, where do you start?
Well, you start where you are,
Yeah.
and like, what is it that you do? And then you become the best at it, and you just keep going and going and going, and you got to make a lot of moves along the way. You got to pivot. You have to adjust. You know, like Jeff just said, you know, it just happens if you just keep showing up. You keep getting better. You keep getting smarter. You surround yourself by better people, you know, and I know this sounds so harsh, but it's a reality. A lot of people have a lot of people around them that are not helping them level up, you know. People want to see you do good, but not better than them, you know, and with us, it's the opposite. I'm like, dude, if you're good to us and, you know, you want to go off and do your own thing, by all means, just don't fuck me up. You know, most people do, because to a lot of people, a little bit of extra money is more important than a relationship, and that is completely wrong. You have to be of service to people. You have to back people up. You have to support them. And then, adversity and things that happen in life, you'll get to know how people really are. Like Albert and myself have always shown up. We always give everybody and everything that we do our very best. Me, I'm such a hard critic. I'm like, fuck, this could have been better. That could have been better. This was messed up. That was messed up. And it looks perfect to the world, but however, perfection to me is so important, and I know things are never exactly perfect.
I like it when you say fuck.
However, he's horny. You're so annoying. You got me off my wavelength. Déjame.
No, you were doing good. I think one of the key things that you said that I think is the key point is relationships.
Yeah.
You build an empire with relationships.
Yeah.
Like relationships open you so many doors and also kill your doors.
Yeah.
So for example, if you burn your bridges with a powerful relationship, it's game over for you. It's game over for you.
Yeah.
If I don't know those relationships right now, like how do I come up to them and say, I don't know.
You gotta put yourself.
You gotta buy them. You gotta buy them.
You gotta put yourself in the environment.
Yeah, and how do you do that? You gotta put out those $5,000, those $10,000, $20,000. If you don't have it, you borrow them. If you can't borrow them, you put them on the credit card. And I'm telling you, based on my experience and based on what I've seen other people do, like I couldn't afford a good seat at a seminar, but I went and got the one I could afford. The cheapest ticket, which was like $99. I went there, got that ticket, and then I learned something. Then I came back, got a better ticket, and a better ticket. Then I couldn't afford the $5,000 ticket. I put it on the credit card. And then everybody was telling me, oh, you're making a mistake. Why are you using your credit card, maxing it out? I did it, and then I got a collection. And then I did it again when I cleaned my... So I kept doing all that stuff. And then why do you have to do that? Because when you have the front row, and you go there, you show up year after year, sooner than later when you're asking questions, especially. Like Jeff, the entrepreneur, he's always asking questions. Even if the question is stupid, even if the question doesn't make sense, you learn from that experience, and then next time you ask a better question. But guess what? You're gonna be in the mind of the main attraction that's there, the main person that's there. You're gonna get their attention because you keep showing up, and one day they're gonna be like, hey, Jeff, hey, Ingrid, why don't you come to this after party that I'm going to have at my residence? Yeah. You're always showing up and supporting me. So now I'm going to support you. And now we're going to be friends, just like I ended up in Oscar de la Hoya's house and his other house. And we went to dinner, and now we're text buddies, and we're always talking about everything. That's how you ended up there. You think if I would have asked Oscar, hey, Oscar, can you help me? Can you give me 10 million? Back then, he wasn't even going to answer me. But people make that mistake where they just want to take without giving. You got to give people. You go to people and you say, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Not, hey, can I take you out for coffee to pick your brain? Hey, can I take you out to dinner to pick your brain? That's not how you do it. So you got to invest your money into being in the right environments.
And Ingrid, How to Win and Influence Friends is a very good book. Again, you have to do your part to improve every day, to be better, to work harder, to get more done, to be more efficient, to be faster, to be smarter. Like, it's your job, and I feel like people quit way too often. For us, you literally would have to kill us for us to stop. There's no stopping us. There's always, where there's a will, there's a way. I don't know if you've heard that saying before, but it's true. And him and I put ourselves in places. And Albert's really good at okay, this is a person in this room that I need to talk to. So you identify that person and you slowly get to that person before the end of the night. A lot of people are just time wasters. They just want to go somewhere, get wasted, and not get really much out of it. So it's important to have your goals clear, your visions. What are you doing? How are you improving every day? Who is around you? Because if you have 5 stupid friends, you're going to be number 6.
And then
it's better to be by yourself than to be around a bunch of idiots.
What Syl said in the beginning is start where you're at. So let's say you right now, and this might not be you, this might be somebody watching this. If you're in a place where you're negative in your bank account, you don't have anything, your credit cards are in collections. I was there. I lost it all, and I had to start again from scratch because I messed up. I built my credit, and I was young. I was like 19, 18, 20, 21, and I built my credit and I had ideas. Oh, I'm going to start this business. I maxed out my credit cards. I fucked up and I lost it all and I messed up. But if you're there, I was there. And then I got everything better and great. And then I lost it all again. So if you're there right now,
because you didn't have me.
Then maybe
Really?
you find a girlfriend, and maybe she has good credit. Maybe maybe you use her credit card. Maybe you ask your dad or your mom, hey, you think you could give me a support me with this idea? And you just get creative, and you're not gonna go spend your parents $10,000, but ask him for $100 and go get a $100 ticket, or go buy a book. Buy a $20 book, How to Win and Influence Friends, and then start from there. That's going to give you ideas to go out there and win. But if I could give you 2 books that are going to open your mind, one of them is Principles by Ray Dalio. That'll teach you everything you need to know about business if you're more advanced. If you're getting started in business, read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And for marketing, to get attention, get that book, Blue Ocean Strategy. And then that's all you need to start. But if you have 10 grand, 5 grand, go to an event, hire a mentor, invest it, and that's how you get in front of those people.
Put yourself in that mindset that whatever you want to call it, that group of people, the entrepreneurs, the people that want to be better, that literally are there for information and relationships. That's all that it takes. That's it. And you have to show up. Most people, they stop showing up and then they wonder why it didn't work. Him and I never stop showing up. We keep showing up and keep showing up. And if anything, it's funny because some of our friends that don't have kids, or we go out with other couples, they're like, dude, it's funny because if Albert and Syl say they're going to be there, nanny, no nanny, whatever, we always figure it out and we're always there. We could be a little late, but we're always going to be there. You can count on us to be there. And we just make it happen. Like, people overthink things too much. I'm like, just how can you make it happen? That's it. Don't think too much and be like, oh, but this, but that. Like, just go. Go, and that's it. Figure it out later. That's it. Like, don't get so technical about things. People overthink too much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
She's so cute.
All right, guys. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to be back next week. And if you guys haven't heard, what we're doing is we're doing it every other week. So every other week we're doing English. That way the next week we could do Spanish. So we're doing English, Spanish, English,
Thursdays.
Spanish. And we're doing it on Thursdays. Sometimes when we have a crazy schedule, we have to do it at different times, different days. But we'll see you in a couple of weeks. So do us a big favor and comment below what's a topic that you guys want us to cover next time. That way we get some ideas, and appreciate you guys.
Yes, guys, we love you guys. And remember, communication is the key to every single relationship, whether it's business, your husband, anything, your kids. Effective communication will literally save not only your marriage, your business. You'll be able to get your message across a lot easier and better to people. So communicate with one another. We love you. Mwah.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.